Is intermittent fasting really the best way to lose weight? My answer today might surprise you. Hello, and if you have never met me before, my name is Sarah Pelc Graca, and I am a certified nutrition and health coach. I'm also the founder of Strong with Sarah Weight Loss Coaching, and our whole motto is helping our clients lose weight while still enjoying chocolate and wine. Now, in today's video, I really want to chat about the goal. We are going to explore who intermittent fasting works for and who it doesn't work for. Because hint, it's not the best for everybody. But before we get started, let's talk about what exactly is intermittent fasting, or IF. I feel like it's one of those buzzwords that's out there in today's world. And so to understand intermittent fasting, you need to understand that it refers to an eating schedule, not a diet, meaning there aren't any particular foods that are on plan or off plan when it comes to intermittent fasting. It just really comes down to when you choose to eat your meals. So the commonality, there are many different ways to practice intermittent fasting, but the commonality is that you have an eating window, which is a set amount of hours every day of the week. And then you have a fasting window where you're not consuming any food or any drinks during that fasting window, aside from water, maybe plain tea or black coffee. A couple common styles of intermittent fasting. One of the most common is a 16-8 schedule, where you fast for 16 hours a day, and then your eating window is 8 hours a day. Some people choose to practice intermittent fasting by days, meaning they might eat on their own normal schedule 5 or 6 days out of the week, and then practice fasting by eating a minimal amount of calories on 1 or 2 days of the week. So it usually refers to either days of the week or even more commonly, hours in the day. Now, let's talk about why fasting does work for some people. First and foremost, if you are eating for less time throughout the day, you're potentially eating fewer calories, which makes it easier to create a calorie deficit, which is needed for weight loss. It can really feel freeing and liberating for some people, especially for people who aren't hungry in the mornings naturally, or are people who prefer structure, or are people who just really crave simplicity and don't enjoy eating multiple small meals throughout the day. And for some people, it can really help promote mindful eating and really give an intentionality to around why you're eating. So again, intermittent fasting works beautifully for some people, the ones I just mentioned. But for other people, I am personally someone that falls into this latter camp. Intermittent fasting tends to backfire because I am a person who is hungry within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. My stomach is growling, and I have just learned from trialing and erroring and practicing. If I practice intermittent fasting and if I don't eat in the morning, I end up extremely hungry later in the day, which leads to me overeating. So if you're somebody who is naturally hungry, I'm talking your belly is rumbling, you're irritable in the mornings, intermittent fasting might not be the best for you. It's also not best for those who struggle with the deprivation mindset. And what I mean is that thought up here that I only have 8 hours to eat. I need to go eat all the things right now because then it's going to be time where I can't eat anymore and I'm not going to be able to eat for 16 hours. And so I better get very full right now so that I'm not hungry during 16 hours. Sometimes intermittent fasting can backfire because, again, like I just mentioned, it leads to overeating or binging during the eating window. It can also fuel that all or nothing, black and white way of thinking where I messed up. I've already screwed this up. I ate past my eating window, so I may as well just keep eating. I've already lost today. Sometimes it really makes it difficult for social events or family routines. For your eating window, what if it ends at 7 p.m., but on a Saturday night, you're not getting dinner with friends until 8 p.m.? Are you supposed to eat before you go in your eating window and then just not eat at dinner? Or do you eat at dinner and then break your fast? It also can really cause an increased focus on restriction rather than always focusing on nourishing your body and listening to when your body needs food. Ultimately, I want to end this video by reminding you that mindset matters more than whether or not you practice intermittent fasting. And the success of both intermittent fasting and weight loss will depend on your relationship with food, your body's physiological hunger and fullness cues, your lifestyle, your preferences, how you feel your best. So I really want to stress intermittent fasting is not a bad solution, but it's also not best for everybody. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. Personally, in our coaching practice, we have some clients who thrive practicing intermittent fasting, and they're able to lose 30, 40, 50 pounds and keep it off for years. And we have other clients who don't practice any sort of fasting and lose just as much weight and are still able to keep it off for years. So, is intermittent fasting best for you? Ask yourself, are you someone who feels better when you skip breakfast or when you eat breakfast? You might need to trial and error for days to weeks to see which feels best for you. Also ask yourself, am I using this as a tool or as a rule? Does this fit my lifestyle or does this add more stress to my lifestyle? So to close out, I want to remind you, you can successfully lose weight and keep it off with or without intermittent fasting. It isn't a magical answer for everybody. So thank you so much for listening. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and we will talk more next week.